Hi, folks. My name is Jabbar Thomas, and I'm your instructor for Dmpt 2600 Basic Video Editing. In this walkthrough video, we're going to talk about what we're going to be teaching in the course. We're going to give you an introduction to the Blackboard website, as well as introduce the class syllabus to you. As you can see, I am on the Blackboard page here. And the first thing I want to say before I go into the course is how you can get help if you're having issues with Blackboard. There are two elements here. If you look on in the left index, there's a section that's listed as Blackboard Help for Students. This is more of a self-guided resource that will have frequently answered questions and things like that to help you resolve any issues with Blackboard. But if you can't find the solution to your problem in the Blackboard Help for Students section, look in the go to the help desk request form. That's where you basically submit a ticket for a Blackboard administrator to get in contact with you and help you resolve your problems. The third way that you can get help with Blackboard is to simply call the school at the school's number and dial 0 for the operator and ask to be transferred to Blackboard Help for Students, and they'll send you to the correct extension to a person that can help you with Blackboard. Okay. If you need to get in contact with me for of course, the spring 2021 semester because of COVID-19, I will not be on campus for classes. I may be on campus in my office at a certain point in time, but this is an entirely virtual course. So everything you do will be at home on Adobe Premiere Pro on your own computers. But if you need to get in contact with me, you can get in contact with me by emailing me at Thomas, THOMASJ, at gptc.edu, or you can, if you want to have a face-to-face video chat, you can email me and request an appointment for a Blackboard Collaborate video chat if you want to meet face-to-face. And other than that, after January the 25th, we may be on campus as instructors in our offices. Okay, and you can call me in my office on my office phone. But what I want to definitely tell you what not to do is don't come up to the school expecting to meet with me. Because of COVID, we want to stay safe, we want to stay healthy. So I'm going to conduct all of my services as far as advising students on the internet through email, or Collaborate if you want to do a face-to-face, or by phone. But not even the teachers are going to be on campus until at the very earliest January 25th, and we're not sure. They're taking it a day-by-day kind of thing at the school, but we know we're not going to be on campus before January the 25th, 2021, and I'll give you updates on whether or not we got on campus through the announcements for the course. So let's go into the course. Your Blackboard looks a little different from mine. These are all the courses I'm teaching this semester. You should have just the courses that you're taking this semester. If you click on the Dmpt 2600 link, it'll take you to the Blackboard site for the class. This is the announcement section. As you can see, there are already some announcements there. These announcements are actually for last semester. Okay, I'm not sure if we can get rid of those. I have to ask the Blackboard administrator if there's a way to get rid of these. But this is actually really good for now because it kind of shows you what's going on with the announcements. This is a really good one right here, okay? Every Sunday night or Monday morning, you will get an announcement that will tell you what we're going to do during that week, okay? Treat it like a checklist. I often number all the items that we're going to be involved with during that week. So make sure you check the announcements obsessively all the time. Also, a copy of the announcements are sent to your email, your school email address. So check your school email address frequently, because these are the primary ways I have of talking to you, either through announcements or through email. So essentially, you want to make sure that you basically go down the list here and make yourself aware of everything that's happening during that week. Okay, it's very informative, these announcements in the emails. So make sure you check the announcements and emails often. Okay, there is a section called, well, we'll do the welcome video section first. The welcome video is essentially what you're watching right now. if you ever want to come back and watch it again. It'll actually be called the walkthrough video when you come back, if you want to watch it again later on, or you're watching it now. So I'm assuming you found the link called walkthrough video. These two are videos from earlier semesters. I'll clean this up so it will be a lot cleaner. Here is the syllabus for the semester. If you're looking for the syllabus, we're in the course information section. I'm sorry, we're in the welcome video syllabus and no-show assignment section. And you click on the syllabus, you download the syllabus, make sure you read it thoroughly, because it's like a contract between teacher and student for what you can expect to happen during the semester. Also, very importantly, we have the no-show participation assignment and the work ethics quiz here in the welcome video syllabus and no-show assignment section. You must complete these two items. You must complete these two items before January the 24th, 2021 at 5 p.m. If you do not complete these items, then the registrar will consider you as a no-show. That means they will drop you from the course. You will not be able to access Blackboard. You will not get a grade for the course. It'll be like you don't exist in this course. So please make sure the first thing you do right after you finish watching this video, if you haven't already done it, please make sure you take your work ethics quiz and make sure you complete your no-show assignment. These are very short. They're only 4 questions long. They're multiple choice. The questions have nothing to do with the class. They basically want to just confirm that the person who's registered for the course is actually taking the course in the first a couple of weeks of the semester. Okay, they want to make sure that it's not just an empty chair sitting there. So please make sure you take care of that post haste. That means with all due speed. So that's all that we have, other than just the material underneath the work ethics folder there. That tells you what you need to do to be a good student: attendance, character, teamwork, appearance, attitude, productivity. Some of these don't really apply as much when you're taking virtual classes, but they're still good to know. So I definitely recommend that you take a look at them. We've already reviewed what happens in the announcements and the announcements link. Course information is a very important section because of the fact that any type of supplementary information I have, be it a PowerPoint, a PDF, maybe like some basic editing tutorials, like for example, I have videos on how you do the projects, okay? Because you're going to have several projects in the semester. I also have videos on the certain parts of the chapters in the book. You're not going to have a video that you can use and just like not read the book and just watch a video. Not going to happen. You have to purchase a textbook for the class. We'll talk about what the textbook is in a moment. But the idea is that in the course information section, I have lots of wonderful resources for you that can help you out. Here are some PDFs here. Okay. Here are some chapters from a book that refers to Final Cut Pro. We don't use Final Cut Pro at the school. We use another program called Adobe Premiere Pro. But when we talk a little bit more about why this is here, it'll make a lot more sense a little later on when we talk about it. So in any case, this is where you go to get any supplementary material that you need throughout the semester. Okay, that's under the course information section. If you go to course content, you'll see these 3 major folders. Quizzes, let's click on that. You take a quiz every week in the class, okay? Your first quiz should be let me pull up your syllabus. I believe it's the 22nd of January, 2021. Your quizzes will always be due on Fridays by 11:59 p.m. So you want to make sure that you take your quiz before the window shuts. I do not give you can't make up a quiz. You can't redo a quiz. I won't give you extra time for a quiz. You must do the quizzes before the deadline ends. The deadline for your quizzes will always be on a Friday that the quiz is due at 11:59 p.m. I want to recommend that you do not wait until the last minute to start reading the chapter and doing the exercises in the book. with Premiere, because the textbook you're going to see is not just a textbook you read, it's a workbook. So as you're going through the textbook, you actually are doing exercises on Premiere. So you should get lots of hands-on experience as you work through the semester. So the first lesson, touring the Adobe Premiere Pro interface, that quiz is actually due on January the 22nd at 11:59 p.m. Like I said, on Blackboard. All quizzes, of course, are taken on Blackboard. Please make sure that you don't miss a quiz, because even though at the very beginning of the semester, as you can see, all the quizzes for the semester are already available at the beginning of the semester. Like say, for example, at 11:59 p.m. on January the 22nd, quiz 1 will become unavailable after 11:59 p.m. So you have until now and 11:59 p.m. on January the 22nd to do it. If you miss that window, you cannot go back and take it. So it's very important that you keep up with the announcements in your emails, and you know what to do and you know when it's due, so you can take these quizzes before you miss them. Very, very important. Okay? The quizzes are basically to make sure that you are keeping up with the exercises in the text. We will go through roughly one lesson, that's what they call chapters in the textbook, one lesson every week. Okay? It's a very fast pace, so you must keep up. Okay? And once again, it's not good enough just to read it. You have to actually work on the computer with the software. The software we're using is Adobe Premiere Pro. It's part of the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. We have a computer room full of them we have a computer lab full of them on campus. We're not going on campus. So it's up to you to have, of course, a laptop or a desktop and a subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud so you can access the software. You can get a really good student rate at about $19.99 a month with proof of student ID from the website adobe.com. And I want to really, I know Ms. Voltolan, our program director, reached out to you earlier and told you that this is a requirement for the course, but I just want to make sure that you know that it's up to you to get a copy of Adobe Creative Cloud, to purchase a subscription. Okay, half measures are not going to work. So getting a trial version for free is not going to work. I think a trial version may be like a week long, so it's nowhere near as long as you're going to need it for the semester. Invest in yourself and go ahead and get this subscription. Of course, when you are on campus, you can use the computers on campus. But even then, I always encourage students to invest in themselves. As a working filmmaker, there are very few days where I do not use 1 to 3 different applications in the Adobe Creative Cloud, just in work outside of teaching. There are about 25 apps that you get for the low price of $19.99 a month. That's the student price, okay, as opposed to $52.99 a month, all right? And how I got to it, I went to adobe.com and then I clicked on I think it was Open Creative Cloud. Okay, actually, no, that's not what I clicked. That's my account that pre-exists. Okay. Let's see, how did I get there? How did I get there? Okay. This is a little tougher for me because here it is right here. Go to the bottom. It's a little tougher for me because I already have an account. Go to the bottom, look under products, click on Creative Cloud, okay? And then you should be able to navigate to where you would, get an Adobe Creative Cloud account for a student. I know you see the start your free trial. Don't get too excited about that because you can't get the whole Creative Cloud. You have to download them one app at a time, and you only get 7 days on an app, which is nowhere near as much as you need. Okay, so if you look on the site here. Okay, I'm going to go to support. Install. Let's try. Okay, here it is right here. If I click on buy now, okay, okay. If you click on buy now, you should be able to navigate to the student discounted version of Adobe Creative Cloud. If you have any problems with finding it, just email me and I'll guide you in the correct direction. Okay. But definitely you do need to get an Adobe Creative Cloud account, especially for right now, because of the fact that you're going to be on, virtual home. I've got it right here. When you go to adobe.com, see creativity and design, click on the chevron next to that. Here it is right here, students and teachers. Click on students and teachers. And now $19.99 per month, click on buy now. And it'll guide you through everything you need to know in order to prove you're a student, so you can go ahead and sign up for and pay for that $19.99 a month. Like I said before, that's nothing. $19.99 a month is nothing compared to how much value you get out of it. And also you want to invest in your future, okay? Because this is a major tool for you. I tell students all the time, if you're not willing to invest in you, then how could you expect some stranger to say, okay, this person didn't really believe in their career enough to invest in the software they need to do their job, but now they're asking me to pay them to shoot something, or pay them to edit something, or pay them to be a director. Why would they invest in you when you don't invest in you? Okay, so the important part is you want to make sure that you have access to Adobe Creative Cloud. If you have any issues or problems, you can email me and we'll try to walk you through that. Okay, so we know about the quizzes. You can take them as early as you want, starting on January the 11th, but you must take them before the deadline shuts you out. Okay, let's go back to course content. We'll go to projects. Okay, you have 2 projects. I may add an additional project 3, the fine cut. I may do that, but the idea is all projects have something called a project assignment sheet, as you can see right here. Your project assignment sheet is a list of instructions of what you're going to do, what I'm requiring for you to do to complete the project. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have downloaded and you read your project assignment sheet before you begin on the project. One mistake a lot of students make is they either read the project assignment sheet one time, they don't read it very thoroughly, and they read it long before they start the project. They just start the project later on and just try to improvise. Just try to kind of do the project based on what they remember without ever consulting the project assignment sheet. That's a huge mistake, because of the fact that when I'm grading your projects, I have the project assignment sheet right next to me and I'm consulting it like a checklist. And when you forget things that's on the project assignment sheet, that takes points off of your project. So please, please, please read the project assignment sheet several times. And while you're doing the project, have the project assignment sheet with you. Also, these are drop boxes. The project number 2, rough cut, and project 1, media management. Those are drop boxes. So that's where you're going to turn the projects in when you are done. You'll upload a Premiere Pro project file, okay? Once you are done. We'll talk about that later on as far as what a Premiere Pro project file is. You'll see that in the textbook, and that'll be in the class discussion that you see in the supplementary material on Blackboard. Okay, so those are the projects. Be aware of the deadlines for those projects. Okay, and exams. Exams are midterms or final exams. There's a midterm right there. You cannot take the midterm or final exam until the correct time. Midterm exam is week 8 or 9. The final exam is week 15 or 16, week 16 in the semester. The final exam is given at the same time. It's a proctored event, which I'll talk about in just one moment. But the idea is you can't take those early. You have to wait until the correct time for that. Oops. Okay. So I think that about does it for Blackboard. If you have any questions on it, let me know. Let's go to the syllabus. and let's finish up with the syllabus. Okay. As you know, this book, this class, this course, it's going to introduce you to Premiere Pro and the craft of editing, the art and the craft of editing. Okay. And like I said before, it's up to you to purchase the textbook, and up to you to get a copy of the Adobe Creative Cloud. Okay, let's take a look at the textbook. It's the Adobe Classroom in a Book, Adobe Creative Cloud Classroom in a Book by Maxim Jago. That's what the syllabus says here, and it's going to be the 2020 edition. Here it is right here, the 2020 release. Okay, now as of the recording of this video, Premiere Pro 2021 has not been released yet. Okay, but who knows, it may come out soon. But the idea is, this is our textbook. This is the official textbook of the course. Please make sure you purchase the correct edition, the 2020 release of it, because if you get 2017 or 2019, I can't guarantee you that everything that we cover in the class will be in the book, because it's a different edition. You can purchase the book either from the bookstore, you can call the bookstore, or you can go to the school's website and go to the bookstore's website and purchase it from there. You cannot walk into the bookstore to make a purchase because of COVID-19. You can make a purchase by credit card or using your financial aid. If you have financial aid that can pay for your books, you can do it like that. In the summer and in the fall, I believe the bookstore would mail, after you purchase your book, the bookstore would mail it to you, postage, and then the school pay for the postage. I'm not sure if they're still doing that now, but you might want to ask. However, you don't have to rely just on the bookstore. You could actually also buy from a third-party vendor like Amazon.com or Thrift Books. The great thing about going to Amazon.com is that you can also purchase a Kindle version of it, and the Kindle version is usually less expensive than the print version of it. And the great thing about the Kindle version is that you don't have to worry about waiting for the book to be delivered to you, because the book not being in your possession is no excuse not to do your work. I'm assuming that all of you will have the book by the time the first quiz is due. All right. So saying, hey, I couldn't do the project, I couldn't do the quiz, I don't have my book yet. People say that all the way through weeks 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So that's no excuse. Get the book as soon as possible. You can get it from the bookstore if you want. I like the Kindle version personally because all you need is a laptop or a desktop, Mac or PC, or a phone or a tablet, and the free Kindle app. Once you purchase the ebook version, it will register your tablet or your technology with Amazon.com. The book will download immediately to your device, so you don't have to wait for it to show up, and you can start right away. I like doing that because I have a lot of books on my Kindle app, and I can access the account and all my books from any piece of technology anywhere. That's one great thing. You can read these books on any device. All right, so that's a textbook. It is non-negotiable. You must buy the textbook. If you don't buy the textbook, be prepared to fail the course, because the quizzes and exams come explicitly out of the textbooks, and additional supplementary material that I will give you. But you must have the textbook. You must do the exercises in the textbook as well. All right. You'll also know that the exercises are based on media that you will get access to when you purchase the textbook. Purchasing the textbook does not purchase you Adobe Premiere Pro or the Adobe Creative Cloud. I want to repeat, purchasing the book does not purchase you Adobe Premiere Pro or the Adobe Creative Cloud. Purchasing the book does give you access to video clips and project files that you will need to do the exercises in the book. But those video clips and those project files are useless if you don't have the Adobe Creative Cloud or Adobe Premiere. So please make sure that you have access to the software before you start trying to do anything. Okay, So that's textbook. Moving on down, I'm not going to go over this word for word. Please make sure you download this syllabus and you read it word for word and you know it explicitly. I'm already at almost a half an hour, so I want to wrap this up. So you want to read all of these sections, course policies, work ethics, course competencies. Those are the things that you're supposed to know by the time you get out of this course. And communication, if you email me during the week, Monday through Thursday, I should be able to get back in contact with you by email in 24 hours. However, if you email me on the weekend or during a holiday, say for example, we have spring break, okay, you will get an email back. I'll email you on the next Monday that class is convened, or next Monday when the semester continues, okay? Sometimes people will email me at like 3 a.m. on a Saturday morning and complain when I don't get back to them in 15 minutes. Please, I don't work on weekends. So at least I don't work here on weekends. So Monday through Thursdays, Friday is a day where we do professional development online with the school. I do, if you get it in early enough on Friday, I can respond on Friday. But other than that, Monday will be the earliest that I'll get back to you if you email me on the weekends. Okay. The proctored event is a mandatory event that everybody must participate in the class. And in this particular case, your final exam will be during the proctored event. The proctored event is worth 10% of your final grade. The final exam is worth 15% of your final grade. So between the proctored event and the final exam, that's 25% of your final grade. If you skip the final exam and the proctored event, the highest you can get in the course, that's if you get everything else perfectly done, 100% on everything else, 75%. That's the best you could do, but probably not even that, because if you missed the proctored event, I'll probably subtract almost all of your professionalism and participation points. So it'd be almost impossible to pass the course. Please make sure you're present at the proctored event. It will be online. You must have state or federal ID, like a driver's license or a passport or a state ID, okay? And we use an application that the school is invested in called Respondus Lockdown and Monitoring that will proctor the exam. That means supervise the exam to make sure that the person who registered for the course is actually taking the final exam. Okay, that's what the ID is there for. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about that as time gets closer, but your proctored event will be Wednesday, April 28th, 2021 from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. We all have to sit down and do this proctored event at the same time in the course. Wednesday, April 28th, 2021 from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Okay, I already talked about the no-show assignment and work ethics quiz. Here's the weighting on all the different elements of the course, like quizzes are worth 15%. Each project is worth 10% each. Your written midterm exam is worth 15%. That proctored event itself is worth 15%. Your written final exam is worth 15%. And a professionalism grade is worth 15%. Okay? Your final exam information, as I said, this final exam is part of the proctored event, which is going to be on April the 28th, 2021, using Respondus Lockdown Monitor from 2 to 3:30 p.m. As far as your course outline, this tells you everything we're going to be doing over the course of the semester. The first column tells you which week we're in. Like, for example, week 1, which is this week if you're watching this near about January the 11th, 2021. From January 11th to January 17th, what you should be reading is in the second column. Go ahead and read the, of course, the syllabus. In addition to watching a video, I have a link for in the course information section called "What is an Editor?" And there's a PowerPoint that you'll find in the course information section called "The Steps to Becoming a Film Editor." And you also want to go ahead and read and do the exercises in lesson 1 in the class textbook. Also, you want to make sure you complete that no-show assignment by January the 24th, 5 p.m. Okay? All right? So the third column tells you what's due that particular week. So in week 2, quiz number 1 will be due on lessons 1 and 2 in the textbook, because at the beginning of the second week, you have to do lesson 2, setting up a project. Okay, the quizzes, of course, will be given on Blackboard. Quizzes are always due on the Friday of the week. So quiz 1 is due on Friday, the 22nd of January, 2021 by 11:59 p.m. You can take it as early as you want, starting on January the 11th. But if January the 22nd comes and goes and you have not taken it, you cannot go back and take this quiz. It's very important you don't miss that window before it closes. So as we continue down the course schedule or the course outline, we work through the chapters in the book, lesson 4, lesson 5. They call chapters lessons in the textbook, lesson 6 and so forth. And you have your first project on editing basic dialogue. That's editing a very simple scene in a diner that's due on Saturday, the 6th of March, 2021. Okay. Week 8 is also our midterm week. You'll take the midterm on Blackboard. Okay. After week 8, we'll continue reading chapters, doing the exercises in the book, and taking our quizzes. Notice that when you get a reading assignment, say for example, chapter 7, adding transitions in week 9, in week 10, by Friday of week 10, you would have had to have taken quiz number 7 on your reading from week 9. Okay, so that's how that system works. You cover a chapter in 1 week, and the next week you take the quiz on it. All right, so we're working our way down. I'll go all the way down to week 13. Actually, it's not here, but week 13 is spring break. Okay, so I'll make some changes to this, but spring break is week 13, so I won't give you any assignments in week 13, April the 5th through the 10th. I won't give you any assignments. I won't expect you to turn anything in. I'll push this down to week 14 and everything will go down 1 week. I think we should still be good with what we have here. So once again, in week 16, on April the 28th, from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., we have our final exam and our proctored event given on Respondus Lockdown. Notice that the last day of the semester is actually May the 3rd, and there's nothing on May the 3rd. The reason why I do that is because I don't like pushing material to the very last day of the course, because of the fact that usually when we have to turn in our final grades, they give us 2 or 3 days to wrap up all of our projects and papers and turn in final grades for the class. And if I waited to turn everything in on the final day of class, there's no way I would get all the grades in by 2 days later. That's just how they do it at GPTC. So I did want to let you know why we don't schedule all the way to the very last day. So that's it for the syllabus. Make sure you read it carefully on your own time. If you have any questions or concerns, you know how to reach me, either by email, thomasj@gptc.edu. When we get back on campus, perhaps after the 25th of January, you can call me at my office phone, and here's my information on my office phone. Actually, that's not there, but it's the school's number plus I'll give it to you right now. My office phone is the school's number plus the extension 1305. Okay, it's not there either because we weren't on campus for that. Okay, let's see if I can get it here. It's not there either. Okay, so it's a school, call the school, and extension 1305. That's my extension. They'll transfer you to my extension. That's if we're on campus. I will tell you via announcement whether we are on campus after or on January 25th. I look forward to teaching you this semester. I find editing very, very fulfilling. It's what I do with most of my time as a professional filmmaker, and I think that you will enjoy the course as well. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thanks and have a great one.